This one, Rob.
Wouldn't bet on it.
He's made you look stupid. He's nailed it. And the Blues are 69 points in front. 75 points in front.
Fev goes off for a bit of a rest, but Simon Wiggins has been fantastic tonight. Really thought he just improved at his age last year, which is no mean feat as you get to the middle part of your career. To improve by 20% is a phenomenal effort. 19 disposals, 9 marks and 7 tackles. Great stuff.
And a couple of happy boys there, Favola and Judd. You mentioned Wiggins has improved and he's been at Carlton quite a while. Do you think a footballer can improve from the age of 28 on?
You don't tend to see a quantum improvement. I mean, look at Simon Wiggins at 26. I reckon he's a 20% better player now than he was 2 or 3 years ago. That middle part of your career, that's something that's hard to do. And I reckon most players at 27 or 28 have reached their prime, and it's not very few get better after that.
Carlton control the ball again. Cruiser handballs in the Murphy direction. Got a kind bounce. Can he finish off? That's another one.
How much is Mark Murphy loving what's going on at Carlton at the moment? He arrived at the worst of times. He's now got arguably the best player in the competition alongside him as a teammate in Chris Judd. He's going to get a lot of attention himself, but geez, he can share the pressure with what's starting to look like a really, really strong midfield.
Richmond's night had reached to that stage its lowest point, but it's arguable that it's since slumped further because Carlton has stretched the lead to 81 points, and the Tigers just keep turning it over, giving away free kicks. This one to Richard Hadley. Captain Newman just about taking his head with him. Advantage called now. Good way of breaking up a fight. Houlihan has a target, and he doesn't miss targets. It's that man Wiggins who will line up for his third. Chris Newman captaining Richmond for the first time. Not his best moment there. The high tackle.
There's frustration that is from Skipper in his first game. He's trying to make some sort of a statement. Unfortunately, they're 81 points down, and we're 22 minutes into the last quarter.
Wiggins is hot now. Lining up for his third. 20 out, straight in front. Unmissable. He's missed it. He's almost missed the lot. Yes. Yes, Rob. I'm eating my words.
2 goals, 3 to Simon Wiggins. And just to rub a bit more salt in the wound,
they cannot take a
put his foot over the line.
They cannot take a trick.
This is where the rush behind rule actually comes into play. In the past, it was pretty easy. This one bounced up on the top of the goal square. You'd always be able to rush it behind. Now this ball was seriously alive and just got his foot over the line there. So, huge scoring opportunity now. In the past, this would have been really hard to score, but the way Carlton are going, you back them in.
So down she goes. The top of the square. Cloaked the tap.
A lot of Carlton supporters through the week, boys, were very, very annoyed with Nick Stevens.
Why?
Because he's not playing tonight due to suspension, and they just felt that he'd let them down. Well, obviously they haven't needed him as it turned out, but I just hope he's watching this game thinking, gee, I've missed out on a real special occasion.
He won't be playing next week either. Here's Richo, hemmed in the back pocket. Tuck, wrapped up by Wiggins. Deliberate yell to Carlton fans. The umpire says toss it in. There's Nick Stevens.
Andrew Carazzo, best and fairest a couple of seasons ago, also out injured, and Carlton couldn't find a place for Andrew Walker or Brad Fisher, so there's some depth.
And that's what I liked about them picking these young fellas, Tim. The young fellas had done well in the pre-season in the NAB Cup, and they had the guts as a match committee to select them. And I think that's a statement for everyone at the club.
Free kick going to Simpson, who's only 20 metres out. This would make it 88 points.
Let's go, Dap. Let's go, mate. Makes it 83. Blues wasting an opportunity to continue the burial of Richmond. How much has changed since the equivalent night last year when Richmond ran away from Carlton in the last quarter. There was never going to be a last quarter revival tonight. It was well and truly done for at three-quarter time. Umpire Vozzo to break them up here. Chris Johnson in a bit of a scrap. The fifth of Carlton's recruits, Chris Judd, the dream recruit last year, and it is starting to happen around Judd. Bowden works it forward for the Tigers, but out to the boundary for a throw-in. Paul Bauer, one of the unsung ones for the Blues, but he's become a pretty useful player in the back half. And the back half, which for a number of years had looked woefully undermanned, is starting to look capable of doing the job. Houlihan cleverly to Scotland. Neat kick with the left, but this time Schultz able to make the spoil on Cloak. White tambling, giving it back to White. Good breakaway speed. Clever kick if it was deliberate to Rains, but Carlton again overwhelming the Tigers, momentarily at least, and getting it back. Wiggins, Thornton now, sees daylight and carries it away. Always looks nicely balanced as Brett Thornton places it for Cruiser and Murphy. Murphy 2 goals in this final quarter. Sits this for Garlett. Thursfield with a big height advantage, normally takes key forwards. Now, the 208-centimetre first gamer against the will-o'-the-wisp for Carlton, but the Tigers prevail. And Newman is able to poke it up to the wing.
Tim, I'm just going to break in here. This could be terrible news for Andrew Rains. He's got a problem with the left knee. Now, I'm not quite sure which knee was the one that he had the problems with. The doctor came out. He waved him off straight away. This could be terrible, terrible news for Richmond.
As it continues to go from bad to worse for the Tigers. Collision there too, and there's another Tiger down and hurt. It's White. Rains still being carried off the ground here by a couple of trainers. Simpson for Carlton. White's okay, just winded. Mark taken by Gibbs, who pops it back into the middle. Bauer. Out wide to one of the first gamers in Joseph. His kick finds Judd. Oh, he's taken him on. Shows a bit of acceleration. Runs to 50. Judd. Just the point.
It's great to see him do that again, though.
Confident, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's confident in his body.
Here's Rains.
And the Tigers take the footy to the centre, but Edwards has swamped. Carlton winning the tests of strength tonight. Young team coming of age. Jacobs gives to Murphy. What sort of a week is it going to be at Punt Road? You think about some of the dark times in recent years, the truckload of chicken livers developed on the CEO's doorstep.
Was it chicken livers, Tim, or chicken something else?
Something like that. It was the infamous night when the coach was spat at.
Danny Frawley, yep.
How are the Tiger fans going to react to this?
Oh, they'll be savage because they've been built up to expect a lot better than what they've seen tonight. They will be savage.
84 points down with the night almost done, thankfully for them. Scotland only one there. It was Cloak who tried to go the spoil, but Schultz took the mark strongly and he kicks to Newman.
And the Richmond captain, quite sure what to do with it, goes inboard to Tambling. This is his 15th possession. As he goes for home, Richardson sitting in the goal square, and a beautiful spoil right at the death by Bauer. Gary March, the president. A long, long week at Tigerland.
Good effort by Bauer there, coming with the flight, not making illegal contact. Here's Jacobs, the tall first game ruckman. They call him Sauce because of the red hair.
I reckon he's been very serviceable tonight, Tim. He's 110 kilos, so he's not pushed off the footy easily. Not going to win a heap of the footy at that stage of his career, but he's competed really well. Got his hand on the footy in the hit-outs, and he might be one to persevere with, I think.